What's going on, everybody? Jamie here from FMSCOUT. In today's video, we are bringing you maybe the 5 hardest teams to manage on Football Manager. Yes, all 5 of these clubs have a transfer policy. Generally, this means that it's kind of hard-coded into the game, but do bear in mind that sometimes, if the chairman leaves, this could change. But 9 times out of 10, they will keep the policy when the new chairman even takes over. You know, we're all getting to that point now on Football Manager where we are looking for new saves to do. We're looking for a few new challenges, and maybe you'll like the look of one of these teams. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. But do let us know in the comments if you plan on taking over any of these. Some of these look really interesting. I'm actually doing one of them. I'll tell you which one when I get to it. And it's just really interesting. Imagine the achievement of winning the Champions League with some of these policies in place. And we're going to start with the biggest club on the list, Athletic Club in Spain. Actually, obviously a really decent sized club, you know, a 4-star reputation, professional, they're rich in regards to their finances. They play at a really big stadium. So what's the transfer policy? Well, the best thing to do is go to Overview and General. You can see right under here, like I said, there's only 5 teams on Football Manager with this. And you can see they have a transfer policy. Athletic Club are not allowed to sign non-Basque players. Now, it makes it tricky, you know, it's very tricky when you've got such limitations on players. If you go to their squad, you can actually see everyone has a Basque nationality. Now, you might occasionally see a player where you can't see a Basque nationality. If you go to that player and go to information, chances are he's got like 3 nationalities. So you can see Spanish and Basque. So a very interesting challenge, you know. I mean, in regards to this, you've got a lot of players coming through the youth team. You've got a very good youth team in terms of your facilities. You know, you've got exceptional youth. So this is more on the easy side of it. We'll come to the harder ones a little bit later. They have good academy, excellent youth facilities, and superb training facilities. And they're actually predicted to finish 6th. So, you know, you've got actually a decent team. In regards to the actual team, though, your key player is Raul Garcia. 32 years old, valued at 14.5 million. So it really is like, you know, you've got some hot prospects as well, but obviously you can't sign players if they are not Basque, and it's a really good challenge. You know, if you do want to manage in Spain, maybe if you've never managed there before, give this a go. The last time they won the La Liga was 1984, so they had a nice 2 years actually, 1983 and 1984. And apart from that, it's been a long time since they won it. The last time they won the Copa del Rey was in 1984, and the Supercopa they last won in 2015. So it is a club, you know, deprived of trophies, and they are predicted quite high. They've got, like I say, a good team. You know, you can see a lot of quality in regards to value. You've got Inaki Williams, who is one of the best wingers, you know, a really good winger. You've got Yuri, I mean, it is an aging team. That's the only concern of this save. A lot of the players are quite old. You know, even your striker is 38 years old. So did he not score like a wonder goal or a hat-trick or something a few weeks, like before the lockdown started? I remember seeing this guy's name, and he did something. Let me know in the comments. I can't remember what it was, but he definitely did something. I can't remember. It's bugging me now. But yeah, you know, there's a lot of aging players, and the reason they probably don't get rid of them is because no one of that quality is ready to step up as of yet. So your youth intakes will be very important. You'll need to rely on your youth intakes quite a lot throughout the entire save, because of course, you know, you won't be able to sign non-Basque players. It would be interesting to obviously, you know, try and sign a lot of players who have the Basque nationality but play in different teams in the league. For example, Real Sociedad, they have like 2 Basque players that you can maybe steal. You know, if you just go through and you look at the teams, and you'll be able to see if anyone has like a Basque second nationality. Like this team right here, I've got a lot of players you might be able to use. So it's always worth checking. And of course, this comes when you actually search for your players. You can obviously add the nationality of Basque and go from there. But yeah, that is Athletic Club. The next one is Altinordu, a team in Turkey, which I'm currently doing on a Twitch save right now. So if you guys are interested in looking at this and seeing this save in progress, head to the Twitch in the description below. I generally stream like two to 3 times a week. But again, the best thing to do is join the Discord channel, because there's lots and lots of people in the Discord channel, and it's a really nice community. But yeah, Altinordu. Now, why these? Why these? What transfer policy have these got? Well, you can only sign Turkish players. So imagine the achievement of getting to the Champions League with only Turkish players. Pretty incredible. And you can see it's hard coded into the game. It's a club. If you just put this name into Google, you will see like a whole philosophy and club culture in regards to like how the style they want to go with, the culture they want to go with. They want to become the biggest team in Turkey with just youth players, you know? So you can see as well in terms of their facilities, they have basic youth recruitment, but they do have excellent youth facilities and excellent training facilities. They've also got a hell of a lot of players. So you've got a lot to work with. You've got a lot of players out on loan in your under-19s. You've got a lot to work with. And you've got like a guy in your first team who is one of your best centre-backs. And the funny thing about it is only 16 years old. So this guy looked really good. I mean, if you can kind of develop this guy year on year, you know, you've got a chance. I mean, I don't think he's going to be the best centre-back in the world, but you've got a chance to do something. Again, youth intakes and intake scouting is the most important thing. There's a lot of players out there who's got a second Turkish nationality. Now, while you do start in the second tier of Turkey, you've already got a bit of a challenge to try and get back to the top. You are predicted to finish 15th. You can actually see, though, that they've kind of been a work in progress team. They started in the third tier, you know, or the third Liga. They got promoted, then they got relegated, they got promoted again, they got 2 promotions in a row, and they've kind of just stuck in the league that they're in now for a few years, around the 7th place all the time. The hot prospect is a guy I've just spoke about, and your key player is your right back, who is on 3.4k per week, and it looks kind of average, to be fair. So yeah, you've got a really big challenge on your hands. If we go to the league, though, you can see in regards to the season preview, you are predicted 15th right here. So you know, it's hard work. It's a very hard save, and you know, though Turkey do have a high youth rating, so you've always got that chance of finding them youth players from Turkey and trying to get in the Champions League. But then the other problem would be, you know, you've got to try and keep hold of them players, because Turkey, you know, the top league of Turkey is like the 10th in regards to reputation. So you're always going to be fighting teams coming in for them players, and then them players getting annoyed, and then having to restart that process. You know, it's quite a grind. But if you can do it, I feel like it would be a massive achievement. Now, for anyone who likes the North American saves, Deportivo Guadalajara, a team in Mexico in the top tier. Let's have a look at the season preview. In fact, let's tell you why this club's on the list. So, they can only sign Mexican players. Interesting save. We know how good Mexico is at producing intakes. I think it's a save that could be really enjoyable if you have got experience of managing in North America. Not the most popular places to manage, as you guys are aware, but I'm sure a few of you in the chat have managed in Mexico before. I personally have never managed there. I mean, I've signed a lot of players from Mexico because their intakes are always amazing. Now, where are this club predicted to finish in the opening stage? So they are predicted to finish. Where are they? There they are. So they're predicted to finish 5th. And, you know, you've got a lot of competition. You know, you'll recognize a lot of these teams. Cruz Azul, Club America, Monterrey, Tigres. You've got a lot of good teams in this league. So, and on top of that, only signing Mexican players is a challenge. If we go to their current team, you can see this is their best player, Galito Vazquez, who is a DM. So if you play DMs, that might suit you. But in regards to their team, you can see all the players have Mexican nationality. Even the guys who, you know, yeah, all of them have, to be fair. In terms of their under-20s as well, they've got a lot of under-20s, so you've got a lot of things to play with here. And I haven't seen the potential of any of these. I don't recognise anyone from looking straight away. But, you know, you've got a lot of players there that you can hold on to and bring into the first team. In terms of their facilities, though, they have exceptional youth. Of course they do. This is a team that will produce intakes left, right and centre, and a lot of good players. You've got good academy coaching, excellent training facilities, and you've got a 49,000 capacity stadium. But like I say, there is a lot of competition in Mexico, and you're always going to be fighting for that next wonder kid. Now, probably one of the biggest challenges on the save, Indian Arrows, who play in India. Now, I don't know the end game of this. Like, I don't know what you're supposed to achieve. It's a very difficult challenge. They are semi-pro. They've only got 1-star reputation. I couldn't even tell you if there was like a continental league. I know nothing about India. All I know is these have a transfer policy, which is why we're here. So they've got a transfer policy. They can only buy players who are under 21, and they are not allowed to sign non-Indian players. It's a pretty crazy one. It was only founded in 2010 as well. So whether it's a club that, like a lot of these clubs tend to work with, let's say, the FA, shall we? So they work with the FA, and they're obviously trying to develop players for the national team. That's why a lot of these clubs exist. It's similar to academies. That's why there's a lot of academies in nations. They're trying to produce players for the national stage, for the international stage. But if you do fancy managing in South Asia, give it a go, and you never know. You might enjoy it. It's one of them things. Unless you try it, you're never gonna know. I mean, you can see the team. Like, they've got nobody under 21. You've got all players. That's all they've got. They've got no under 19s or anything like that. Their hot prospect is Rohit Danu, a 16-year-old who looks absolutely dreadful. So this is for the hardcore FM players. If you want to try something like this, yeah, please let me know in the comments if you plan on giving this a go, because honestly, I salute you. And make sure you tag me on Twitter at FMSCOUT if you do plan on giving this a go, because I would love to see your progress. Okay, the final one now. Albirex Niigata, who are in Singapore. Founded in 2003. For me, when I've looked at this club before, it feels like they've had a big impact since 2003, and I'll go through why in a second. Well, you can actually see on the screen, they've actually won the league for the last 3 years. They are professional. You know, they've got a 1-star rep, but Singapore is kind of, you know, when you look at the actual league, it's really not that bad. And, you know, it's predicted at 37. So it's put at 37 in terms of the reputation. So, but you've got a team in here who you can kind of dominate Singapore with, you know? When we look at their policy, though, you can see they're only allowed to sign Japanese players. Now, yes, very confusing. A team in Singapore who can only sign Japanese players. I mean, they have obviously got some kind of affiliation, I'm assuming. Well, they have, obviously, with Albirex Niigata in Japan. But you will notice in their team, not all the players are Japanese. Like, there's some Singapore players, and you can see they don't have a second nationality. So whether you can keep them, but yeah, it's really confusing. I love it when stuff like this happens, you know? Like a team in Singapore founded in 2003 who's got an affiliation with Japan, and they've won the league in the last few years. You know, I feel like if you are from Singapore and you watch our channel, I feel like this is a club that people will generally dislike. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of Japanese players here, and you feel like the money's come from somewhere, from Japan, and they've kind of bought the league. I don't know if that's the case. I have no idea, but I feel like that's maybe the kind of the feeling I'm getting when it comes to this team. I mean, like I say, they are predicted. Where are they? They are predicted 6th, which is really strange considering that they've won the league for the last 3 years. So I don't really get it. It's a really weird team, and you guys might be able to give me more info on this. But yeah, in terms of their actual squad, though, you know, the key player, they've got no current potential. Their key player is a Japanese guy. I'm assuming a lot of their players, or you could get a lot of loans from Japan as well, which could help you in theory. You know, Japan's got quite a high youth rating, so... But yeah, again, I don't know the end game for this. It's a very challenging save in terms of their facilities, though. You can see they've got good youth recruitment. They've got poor youth facilities, though, and basic training facilities. So it's definitely a challenge, and I think it'll be a very interesting challenge to see. You know, I mean, you obviously can't sign players from Singapore, but they have got Singapore players here. So again, it's very confusing. I might need some knowledge on this from you guys in the comments. But yeah, that's been the end of the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Please let me know in the comments if you have enjoyed it. And more importantly, let me know if you plan on giving any of these saves a go, because I want to see your guys' progress. That's the main thing. I love it when I see you guys take over saves like this. Make sure you join our Discord. Let us know in the Discord channel if you're planning on taking over this save. And I'll see you all next time.